Some argue that schools should prioritise life skills such as working in teams and solving problems instead of traditional academics. To what extent do you agree or disagree? 250 to 270 words. Heated debates concerning teaching styles and preferences have never left the limelight of the academic communities. Okay, it's not bad. You're trying hard for a good impacting first sentences. Heated debates concerning. Concerning's not wrong. Heated debates over, it sounds more natural. Heated debates over teaching styles and preferences have never left the limelight. I've never left the limelight. I've never left the limelight of, I think I'm going to make these plural, academic communities. I've never left the limelight of, like the nature-nurture dispute, conventional knowledge acquisition and valuable soft skill learning are always in close contest. So like the nature or nurture dispute, I want to say something more here. Arguments about the desirability of like the nature-nurture dispute, arguments about the desirability of conventional knowledge desirability. Okay, you've always got this, but you've got this, are always in close contact. Like arguments about the desirability of conventional knowledge acquisition as opposed to valuable soft skill, as opposed to the learning of valuable soft skills so arguments are always raging about the desirability of conventional knowledge acquisition as opposed to the learning of soft skills. In my opinion, recently when digital technologies such as broadband internet, mobile phones and social media have been massively influencing both communication styles and learning possibilities, schools might need to search for new directions in children's tuition to embrace them in social skills formation. Oof, I'm not very happy with this. Let's see. In my opinion, recently, when this has been happening, schools might need to search for new directions. This sentence has got lost. It doesn't work. In my opinion, because embrace is also the wrong word here. In my opinion, okay, let's put this another way, because it doesn't hold together. So let's see. Recently, whoops, digital technologies such as broadband internet, mobile phones and social media recently digital technology recently digital technologies such as these have had significant influence on both communication styles and learning possibilities. And as a result, schools need to search for new directions in children's learning. And children's tuition. Search for new directions in children's formation. In children's formation. And need to serve in children's formation. Teaching them to embrace social skills. In children's formations by teaching them to embrace social skills. Firstly, ubiquitous access to the internet nudges children and teenagers from eye to eye towards online communication. Firstly, ubiquitous access to the internet nudges children and teenagers away from face to face contact. And towards online communication. Instead of dealing with real life situations and following role models that lead to essential community skill acquisition, good, children follow online influencers and personalities who are on the fringes of society, good, well done, I like this one. Stepping stones for social integration are getting lost, which leads to which is leading to a surge of depression and of depression, anxiety and other mental orders. Children should be allowed to spend more time communicating directly with each other, to hone their skills in teamwork. To hone their skill in such as, I'm not happy with the such as, fostering collaboration and reciprocity. More often than not, only concerted efforts will concerted efforts lead to significant progress in this area. Secondly, significant progress. Secondly, internet nowadays is a massive mine. Lose this word massive. Firstly, it's too informal, it's not necessary. Today is a mine of detailed information. Good, I like the semicolon. Every fact, equation or law of nature can be retrieved from the web within minutes. Proficiency in collecting and handling data becomes significantly more valuable than memorizing the facts. Good paragraph. From my point of view, the human community is considered a well-oiled mechanism only when all the members of society know and accept the same rules. And again, that's really good. This sometimes elusive goal may be attained only when children are educated to master life skills. So let's see how many words we've got. You had difficulty getting into this essay. Once you got into it, by the end, you were doing quite well. But initially you were having problems. So let's see. Did you answer the question? Okay, so these are really the ideas. Answering the question. You address all parts of the task. You present a relevant position, although I think some of the supporting ideas lack focus. I think I would give you in IELTS, for example, a 7 for task achievement. Okay, so cohesion and coherence. Ideas that are easy to understand. Your ideas were easy to understand by the end, but at the beginning there were problems, and I think at the beginning the information was okay. It was not particularly clear. You're using cohesive devices effectively. You're joining one thing into another. I think perhaps in the first paragraph you tried to go too far. Okay, and a clear central topic in each paragraph. Yes, I think I think that's quite good. I think again I'm going to give you a 7 in IELTS for that. Yeah, the cohesive words like also, furthermore, for example, such as well, because, especially, therefore, in contrast. Okay, lexical resource. A wide range of vocabulary. Okay, I think you're using a good range of vocabulary, but I think you have some errors in word choice, and I think for lexical resources, I think maybe a 6.5. Grammar. I think the grammar, you're using a wide range of grammar structures. I like the use of your semicolons in the last paragraph. You've got frequent error-free sentences, and you've got a good control of grammar and punctuation. I think maybe 7.5 with grammar and use of grammar. I think I'm going to give you a 7 for IELTS overall. So well done, and thank you very much. So yes, soft skills or traditional academics. Bye for now.